Hi, I'm Jonathan Morrison from Wasteboards. We make skateboards out of plastic bottle caps. The concept is that you can see the bottle caps. So where I'm talking to 10, 12 people today, you tell it to your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your family. We believe in that if you make a cool concept, a cool product, and you sell the product, the story goes over the world, and with every sale of your product, you tell a sustainable story without talking. So we found a way to make a cool product. Well, I think it's a cool product. This is a little overview of how we do it. We have a couple of foundations that collect discarded bottle caps on the environment. Like the Guidance Dog Foundation here in Holland. They collect 100,000 kgs of bottle caps a year. We have a lot of good-hearted people working and collecting bottle caps through the year. 100,000 kgs is a lot of bottle caps. We have a couple of festivals, digital, a well-known sustainable festival here in Amsterdam. We have a festival in Tel Aviv, Rio de Janeiro, Santiago as well, Sao Paulo, I guess. And they collect bottle caps at their festivals, and we get them from them. Since we had a lot of publicity here in Holland, we get a lot of like shoe boxes with bottle caps from little kids sending it over to us. It's kind of cool, I guess, because this is we're doing really good with young people, and that's the future. So that's how we get our resource. When we get the bottle caps, we wash every bottle cap. We find the right material. All these boards are made from HDPE. We only use HDPE because if I break this skateboard, you see it in the middle. We only have one broken skateboard returned to us, but if we break it, I can throw this in the shredder and I can make a new one. This is 100% recyclable. That's because we managed to only use HDPE. So there's a lot of logistics in that because one skateboard is 200 or 2,000 bottle caps. So it's a lot of work. But we're still finding ways to make it easily and do it better and efficient. All these boards at the moment are made by hand. 2 years ago, I started at Wasteboards with two other guys, and it took 8 hours to make a wasteboard. We're up until an hour right now. So in 2 years, we made big steps, and we still make it by hand. I'm working on just standardizing and make it like a real production process, but we do it all by ourselves. So it takes time.
How many people are you?
I have 2 partners. I've got 3 production guys, and I'm doing the rest from sales to having a talk.
Yeah. And you have more requests than you can actually get.
The thing is that we're building, like optimizing and building brand at the same time. So a lot of the times we do a lot of B2B sales. A lot of the times a B2B sale is not the best thing building a brand. So it happens that we say no to like brands using our product because otherwise we're going to be a product from that brand, because we're not big enough. So we're thinking about building a brand in the future. We want to be the most sustainable skateboard in the world. So short term, you can make short term decisions that have a negative effect on building a brand in the future. Yeah, we make it. It takes an hour. What we do, we have shredded material. That's the bottom piece. We melt that in the oven. We found out that if we have 100% ACPE board, we can reuse our waste. So we cut out the outlines of the board because we have a vertical mold. Or vertical? No, I mean looking for it. Yeah, it's a rectangular, I guess. So we cut it out to get the skateboard shape, and we reuse all the waste material in the process. You see a little bit of blue around here. It has a different color than the colorful, and that's a little bit piece of waste. So in there's a waste. There's rest waste from the waste board. On the top, we use the complete bottle caps to tell the story of the waste board. Yeah, the last one. We have like a mobile bakery. We can put it all over the world, and we can put like a bakery in on Bali or somewhere in Manila, and we can provide the Australian market with skateboards to reduce our CO2 footprint. Australia is a really big skateboarding market. Like the US, it's a really big market as well. Only the skateboarding market is $1.8 billion dollars. So it's really big, and for America we can go to Curacao or Costa Rica, some place with a waste problem as well. I'm gonna tell something about that later. Now we're gonna show a movie. I guess I need to put a little bit. Check if I can list.
Plastic has become a necessity in a world that produces 300 million tons a year. 8 million tons of this plastic ends up in the ocean per year. At the same time, it's not clear to many people how plastic recycling actually works. Most recycled plastic ends up as construction material or is used in products that are not explicitly presented as recycled. So how cool would it be if we create something that showed the problem, plastic waste, and the solution, a cool product, in one? A product that stimulates people, schools, companies, and event organizations to harvest plastic waste and involves as many people as possible in the event. After experimenting with different kinds of plastic and product ideas, we finally created the world's first skateboard made from plastic bottle caps, and we called it Wasteboards. The challenges to develop the prototype into a production board were enormous. The stunning, unique caps pattern had to be maintained while giving the board the right strength, stiffness, flexibility, and shape. And we set ourselves the goal to work without adding adjectives, because we believe a 100% circular board makes the most impact in the market. Keeping the production process simple gave us the possibility to bake our boards on the spot, inspiring people at events and activations. After the development of our second board, built for doing tricks, we went public and showed the Netherlands we were ready to conquer the global skateboard market. Press coverage was enormous, and we subsequently made the first sales through our online shop. In less than 2 months, more than 20 shops were selling wasteboards. Now the story continues. We are now receiving international interest. Blue Tomato ordered their first batch to supply their networks in Germany, Switzerland, and Austria. And countries like Indonesia, Australia, and the Dutch Caribbean have shown interest to start their own Wasteboards bakery. How cool would it be to help people in areas where there is too much plastic waste and not enough jobs, to start their own Wasteboards bakery?
Well, that grasps it, I guess.
Can we please turn the volume down a little bit?
Yeah, I would love to, but I don't know why. How?
Oh,
So
okay.
if you can assist.
I don't know either, but
Well, it's gonna be a cool mission.
It's okay, we get there.
Is that what?
Yeah,
Yeah,
It
I
was just
finished
a film.
the video. Yeah.
Okay, great.
Because
I
the
have
show is
definition for that.
Yeah, cool. Thanks.
and the audience outside should listen as well, right?
Maybe they come in.
Well, I think it's a nice movie.
Yeah.
plastics.
Yeah, we have 2 skateboards. I brought only the star. This is the squid. It's the first skateboard we made. We just bought a mold and started, so it's kind of cool. Just like someone, I think you up there told us just to think about the solution or our way around. But we just bottom mold and start testing. The first board I ever stood on was a squid, and it broke immediately because we used all kinds of material, so all kinds of plastics. And this is a model that was it's from the 80s. It's a fish tail, and it's more like a concept thing: fish, sea, plastic soup. It's a really nice storytelling. It's 1.3 or 4 kilograms. We use a hot melt mold construction, so we just press it with a hot mold. And cool thing about the squid is a starting skateboarder, so a little guy or girl skateboarding. So it's really nice. Name, I guess. Then we have the star. This is for the more experienced skateboarder. You can do a little trick on it. This is my little baby. I've developed this. I'm a skateboarding since I've been 13 or 14. And I wanted to have a skateboard that you can do a little trick on, you can ollie, and you can just cruise through the city. I was working on this, and you can do a trick on it, so that's really nice. And a star, it's more like an experienced skateboard. So a little specs, same production technique. It took me 2 years to make the squid, just a good squid. It took me 2 weeks to make this. So if you have a lot of knowledge about the resource and a lot of knowledge about the production, the way of producing, it doesn't take that amount of time. Both skateboards, we sold, I think, 600 skateboards right now, worldwide.
For what price?
We've got one, this one, if you want to have only the board, it's 100 euros. We've got one of 150, and we've got one of 170. The difference is the brand in trucks, wheels, and bearing. Also, I was talking about the mobile bakery. We made this with the festival organization Digital Apelkooi, and with Dutch government, and we signed a Green Deal during ADE 2015, I guess, and we want to make festivals sustainable. So we build this is a full XFC container. Just plug in the power and you can make a skateboard on the spot. We did this at 5 festivals in Holland in 2016, and it was a big awareness thing for festivals, but we had a little double agenda. This was more a pilot for us, just to check how this container would, how we would manage this container in the field, with the bigger goal that we want to do this in countries with a big waste problem. So create jobs, like the movie just told, and boost awareness, because this is a skateboard, but the awareness part of this is even bigger than the impact we make in just reduce or using all these plastics. So it's a really cool thing that we can just drop this and start making boards. Within an hour and a half, we can make a skateboard out of bottle caps that just were collected at the festival. So it makes it really easy to grasp that you can really create a cool product and a valuable product from waste you just dropped or threw away. So with this unit, we would like to go to countries around the world with the market and the production just close by, so we can reduce and create jobs and reduce the CO2 footprint. So this is our story. Join the ride. That's the slogan. So, right.